Don't go anywhere. Be with us, and you're going to get so much more insights about many more interesting topics. So, welcome to another session, of course, with me. And now I'd like to introduce our next speaker for the day, Mr. Paul E. Terwall. Hello, Paul.
Hello, Tripti. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing well and ready to grow.
Awesome. So, just before Paul starts with his presentation, he is a former lawyer and is a global engagement explorer with over 25 years of experience in consulting and training. He helps companies enhance leadership, work happiness, and profitability. He has led the Global Speakers Federation and Virtual Speakers Association International and received a knighthood in the Order of Orange Nassau. Well, that was pretty much about from my end about Paul, but I will not take much of your time, Paul, and the stage is all yours.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to talk with you not about me because that's not really important, but about working in the Netherlands or in Europe in the tech industry and what are your characteristics if you want to find a job. One of the most important things I noticed all over the world is that you need to know your core values, your non negotiables. Who are you? What are you standing for? So that will be my second part because a lot is about you, but I will look in the organizations in the world as well. First of all, what are you looking for? What is it that you want to achieve in your job, but most important in your life? You sometimes hear talks about pension schemes and that kind of stuff, and people say, "Oh, I want to enjoy life when I have my pension." Well, I can say from experience, I would encourage you to start enjoying your life now. It's all about today, it's not about tomorrow. So, what are you looking for, especially as young professionals? Well, first of all, great opportunity to develop yourself, not only as a technician, as a software engineer in your technical parts, but also as a human being. I think looking at yourself, who am I? What am I wishing for? And what can I contribute to the world is the most important part. So keep using your strength to develop yourself. And of course, you're looking for an environment which will challenge you. That's what I do. I'm working more than 40 years. And as soon as I noticed I'm in an environment that's not really challenging me, I was looking for a new opportunity. And 29 years ago, I decided to start to work as a self employed engineer. So of course, when you are in a job, you need to have leaders. Leadership and management is something different. That will take another 30 minutes of your time, but leaders are supportive. Leaders are encouraging you to create yourself, to become better people and better professionals. Managers are ticking the boxes and checking if you have done enough or not. So, don't look for managers, look for leaders and challenge them as well. And of course, you have a passion for technology and you see the cultural fit, the core values. What I see, if you go to a website of an organization where you would love to work, first check what their core values are. Who are they? What is their purpose in life? Also, organizations need to have a purpose. So check it. It should be on the front page of their website. Then they understand what you're looking for. And of course, a lot of people like to work from home, but teamwork is most important. I do a lot of work from home, but at least 3 days I try to be in a company and work with other people, have that eye contact that you miss when you're doing this kind of stuff like we're doing today. And of course, but not the most important part, you like to have good money and good value for what you're doing. Why would you work in the tech industry? Well, to be honest, it is the biggest adventure at this moment. It has the most important future, and you have the opportunity to make a contribution to the world. Look at all the challenges we see in the world, like climate change, like anything, house building. It's all about you and making your contribution. And what we see more and more, that people aren't looking for your work experience, so your CV, but looking for your abilities. What are you capable of? What are your skills? What do you want to become in the coming years? So look for organizations that give you that opportunity. And I think we need to change the world into more sustainability. So if you're looking for that kind of job, I think the tech world is the best to work in. What are you looking for and what are they looking for? Well, to be honest, more and more organizations and more leaders want you to have a self-starter attitude. It's not about being an employee who comes in at 9 and leaves at 5. You need to have an attitude of an entrepreneur. You need to see how you can be creative and curious and challenging. So you need to have a mindset that is eager to learn and to improve and to create. So people who are just sitting behind the desk doing what they need to do, well, we need them, of course. But to be honest, if you have an entrepreneurial mindset, you will be in the top 2, top 3% of an organization. And you need to have the skill of adaptability. You need to be able to adjust to what's happening in the world. I see a lot of people who are waiting for their leaders to tell them what to do. World is changing. Leadership is changing. They want you to be creative, to be adaptable, to be adaptive to new chances. So it's not about creating new stuff. It's also about problem solving skills. You need to be able to be that critical thinker that says, well, I see an opportunity instead of a problem. So look the next step. Don't look back. Yesterday was yesterday. Today is today. And if you can be a critical thinker and be open and honest and critical, then you will solve problems. And that's what we like to see. And of course, cross-functional collaboration. It's one of those things that with the Corona period, we lost it a little bit. It's highly individual nowadays. We are not really used again to be a team, to disagree on some items, but to disagree in a nice way and just ask, hey, can you explain to me what you're talking about and how I can help you to make that next step? So teamwork becomes more and more important. And you see the last part, be a communicator, talk to people. And I know I worked in the tech environment for a long time, and sometimes it's difficult because we have our own mindset and we know how to do it. But start asking questions. What do you need? And how can I help you to get to that level? Because you will see that people will do the same for you as well. They are willing, eager to help you to make the next step. So let's stop with being that individualistic organization and world anymore, and let's start communicating, work as teams, and see how we can help, because nobody fits 100% in a job. We all fit in 80, 75%, but the others will make it become 100%. So It's not only about you, it's about the rest of the world as well. Then I started with it. Your non-negotiables. Who are you? Because if you look at an organization and you're checking what their core values, their mission, their vision, their purpose, their strategy is, you need to know who you are. What is your purpose in life? What do you want to achieve? And do you fit in within that organization? Because sometimes I see, oh, the job sounds great. I will go there and work there. And then you notice that you don't fit in as a human being, as a person, that your non-negotiables clash with the non-negotiables, the core values of the organization. Well, to be honest, then we both made a mistake. I as an organization and you as that person that want to work there. So let me help you with the term non-negotiables or core values. You see here my 4 core values that are the most important in my life. Transparency. It it is necessary. I want to see what's happening in the world. I want to understand what's going on in an organization, because then I can change into integrity. I can be the full right-hearted person that I want to be. Secondly, family is my central focus. A lot of people will say my family comes first. Well, I traveled all over the world, so I can't say that I was always there for my family. You need to be honest, and I choose to say, hey, my family is my central focus. And for me, a very important one is fun as fundament. If I do a job like this, it must give me fun. Of course, I like to earn money as well, but the most important part for me is that I get energy out of the work I'm doing. And we're complaining a lot about work pressure and all the things we need to do. But to be honest, if you love your job, it will give you more energy than it will cost you. So be aware of what is for you an energy giver instead of an energy taker. If you are working somewhere and you feel work pressure, check what are my energy givers and the takers. And if you can't take away the takers, then you need to find a new job. And loyalty is very important for me as a human being. Sometimes I'm quite naive. I trust a lot of people. It's not always the best, but it is who I am, and I love to be that person. So, to be short, if you know your core values, if you know what gives you the energy, your battery will be charged and you will be profitable, not only for yourself, but for your organization as well. So, look at what's going on here. Know your core values, work from them, get the right energy givers in your life, push away the energy takers that can be people or business, and create profitability, which is much more than only money. Money, of course, you need it to a certain amount, but positivity, energy, good people around you is way more important than only money. So you need to look at these 4 words. Can you get enough autonomy from your work and in your work? Are you really in the right spot? Do you belong to a real team? Do you have the right competences? And most important, do you fit in your own purpose and the purpose of your organization? So if you want to work in the EU and you're not an EU employee, well, you need to have a residence permit and a work permit. But to be honest, I checked it yesterday for the tech industry. There are too many opportunities to work in Europe, Western Europe, and the Netherlands. There will be some housing issues, especially in the Netherlands at this moment. And if you look at internet and you go to Instagram, you will see that Dutch people are quite direct. We don't say too much words if we can put you immediately in the right spot. So it's always about cultural differences as well. And if you want to find a job, I mentioned some names where you can find those jobs: Glassdoor, LinkedIn, More Support, I'm Expat. And I check what are the top employers in the Netherlands at this moment. We transform, maybe you know it. I use it many times a week to send out videos. But Bank is a bank, Coolblue, Rockstar. We have a top 50 that will be on LinkedIn. You can find it of top employers in the tech sector in the Netherlands. So this is just in 15 minutes what I wanted to tell you. I love to be on stage. I love to talk about what I was telling you, to you. And my official slogan is make your choice. Because if you don't make a choice, others will make that choice for you. So thank you very much. And I'm available for questions. Thank you. See you soon.
Thank you so much, Paul. That was amazing presentation. I think you mentioned, you know, all the details that they had to know. I know the time was very limited, but your insights were absolutely incredible.
Thank you
I
very
think
much.
we do have a question here in the Q&A section. I'll just show it up on stage for you.
Yeah. Oh, um, is age really, is it no, it doesn't. It is about your mindset. I don't think it's about whether you're 22 or 38. It's about your mindset. And the second question was, do we need to speak Dutch? No, no. I think that 90% of the people in the Netherlands will speak English with an accent like me, but we will understand you. And as soon as you come in Amsterdam, people start talking in English to you and not in Dutch. So if your English is okay, just come to the Netherlands.
Awesome. And guys, you know where to find Paul. Like he'll be at his table in the lounge area, right? And if you want to connect with him, you can go and connect with him. But just before we go, I think a lot of company. Okay, that's not a question direct. So, Paul, thank you so much for joining us. It was absolute pleasure having you join us today for the session, and I'm pretty sure you will be there in the lounge at the table, and guys,
Yep.
you can meet him there.
Okay. See you there.
So, yeah, thank you so much.